So you're thinking about moving to Bellingham, Washington, or more specifically the Sunnyland neighborhood? Well, stay tuned because in this video, I'm going to take you all around Sunnyland neighborhood. If you're the type of buyer looking to buy charming craftsman homes on beautiful tree-lined streets, nice sunny lots, beautiful old mature parks, as well as lots of great activities to do right in your back door, then Sunnyland neighborhood might be the right place for you. And stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to take you all around and show you some of these great parks and great places in the Sunnyland neighborhood, as well as take you by 3 different homes and show you what you can get for your money. You're not going to want to miss it, so let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, playing, working, as well as the good and bad about living in Bellingham, Washington, then subscribe below and tap the bell icon for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Bellingham and surrounding areas. My name is Dale Serbisek and I'm with the Living in Bellingham, Washington team, and every day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to the Bellingham, Washington area. The Sunnyland neighborhood is bordered on the north by Sunset Drive, to the east along Interstate 5, to the south along Whatcom Creek, and to the west along Cornwall Avenue and Ellis Street. Sunnyland neighborhood first saw residential development in the late 1800s when it was part of a town called Whatcom and would later become part of Bellingham in 1903. In the 1920s, craftsman-style homes sprang up all over as Bellingham's middle-class, blue-collar population exploded. Through the years, Sunnyland has seen a steady growth of businesses open up along Jane Street and the industrial areas in the south part of the neighborhood. Most of the homes in the Sunnyland neighborhood were built between 1900 and the 1930s. However, you can still find the occasional new construction or mid-century home. There are very few multifamily housing options. But one thing in common is residents take great pride in maintaining their homes and yards, and you will often find beautifully landscaped front and back yards, each with their own distinct style. When the weather gets hot, residents head to the neighborhood breweries like Sueñito, where they can have fresh tamales and relax outside on the patio. The original Kulshan Brewery location on James Street offers a relaxed atmosphere with ample outdoor seating, and daily food trucks offer varieties of local cuisine. Otherland Brewery offers a 2-level bar and dining experience with outdoor seating as well. And Twin Sisters Brewery and Beer Garden offers the area's largest outdoor beer drinking experience, along with a large indoor seating area that serves food and has live music. For great dining, the Filling Station offers great burgers, and Avenue Bread is a must for the best deli experience in Bellingham. Sunnyland neighborhood also offers just the right amount of retail and grocery options like Trader Joe's, Youngstock's Produce, and the Garden Spot Nursery. Parks are one of Sunnyland neighborhood's best amenities, with Sunnyland Park and its grass area and playground, Memorial Park featuring large grassy area as well as access to the railroad trail, and just to the north in the adjacent Cornwall neighborhood is the pristine and mature Broadway Park with its playgrounds, ball fields, walking trails, and expansive grassy areas. Sunnyland is also home to the Bellingham Birth Center, where you can have your baby delivered by one of Bellingham, Washington's top-notch doulas or midwives. Children living in the Sunnyland neighborhood attend either Sunnyland or Parkland Elementary, Whatcom Middle School, or Bellingham High School. And the Sunnyland neighborhood's main thoroughfares are James Street, Alabama Street, and North State Street. If you're the type of buyer looking to live in a well-manicured, established neighborhood with many historical homes, then the Sunnyland neighborhood could be perfect for you. With a wide variety and array of historic homes of varying sizes, there's surely a home for every budget. Add in the easy walking and biking access to the great neighborhood breweries and restaurants and other local businesses, as well as the 3 great parks for outdoor fun. One can see why Sunnyland neighborhood is one of the best neighborhoods in Bellingham, Washington. Hello and welcome to the beautiful Sunnyland neighborhood. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Bellingham, Washington, and you can see I am in one of Bellingham's nicest neighborhoods, older, authentic craftsman homes. You can see as I spin around here. Back here we got a lot of nice homes, a great variety. You can see this big nice one on the corner here. We're coming up on a property that recently sold for $740,000. It is a 2-bedroom, 1 3/4 bath. 2,813 square feet, built in 1922, and you can see it's right here behind me. This house features an extra large lot, has a nice dry basement that could be converted into an extra mother-in-law or possibly an accessory dwelling unit, has very beautiful softwood and hardwood floors, and it's all been remodeled throughout. It's one of the nicer homes here on this particular street, and as I spin around here you can see this is just a spectacular neighborhood here in the Sunnyland neighborhood. The great thing about Sunnyland is it's very flat and of course very sunny. This is a perfect day to show you how sunny this particular neighborhood is. It's close to a lot of great retail shopping. Over in Sunset Square you got Trader Joe's, the filling station, Kulshan Brewery. There's a lot of great breweries here in the Sunnyland neighborhood, and they're actually called neighborhood breweries. We've got the beer garden, which is Twin Sisters Brewery. We have Ellis Sueñito is a newer brewery which has a great outdoor space as well, and then there's Otherland Brewery. There's a couple other ones that are going in, so it's a really unique thing about this particular neighborhood is the neighborhood brewery. So it's a great way to integrate into this little community, some wonderful ways to hang out with your neighbors and enjoy some beers and some sunshine, some great food. You have great outdoor spaces. We're just a stone's throw away from Broadway Park, which is one of the nicer older parks here in the Sunnyland area. And you're also close to Parkview Elementary, as well as Sunnyland Elementary, which are the two main elementary schools. And take a look at this place here behind me. Just a wonderful neighborhood. So if you are looking to buy a nice older authentic home in the Bellingham area with homes that have all been recently remodeled, a lot of these homes were built in the early 1920s and 1930s. So you have just great craftsmanship building in these wonderful architecturally significant homes. You can see another nice big lot here. So again, if you are looking to purchase in this area, this is one of the great neighborhoods in the Bellingham area. And as always, I'm going to give you a quick drive through the rest of the neighborhood on the way to the next property. We are just a few blocks away at the next property here in the Sunnyland neighborhood. This property recently sold for $650,000, but it was listed for $575,000. So this one went 13% over list price. And one of the things that made this property sell for so much is it has a detached garage on the alley that can be converted into an accessory dwelling unit. So it could be a legal rental, which could give quite a bit of income even if you're living in the primary house. The primary house was built in 1922, but it has an effective rebuild date of 1996, which essentially means so much was done to rebuild the house that it is essentially a house built in 1996. And it has a nice primary ensuite with bathroom and sitting area on the upper level. And again, I mentioned that ADU, plus we're close to Trader Joe's and all the trail systems, as well as Broadway Park and all the wonderful amenities here in the Sunnyland neighborhood. As you can see behind me here, Sunnyland is one of those neighborhoods, because it was built around the turn of the century, the early 1900s, 1920s, 1930s. You still have a lot of the traditional streets where there is no curbs and no gutter systems. So you can see they've got ditches and such. So it gives it a lot of character in this particular neighborhood. And as I spin around, you can see there's a good mix of newer and old homes in this particular neighborhood, or in this particular part of the Sunnyland neighborhood. Right behind me here, you can see is a multifamily. I believe there's 4 units in that particular structure. And as I spin around here, you can see the property that recently sold for $675,000. It's the blue one behind me. And if I come up here a little bit along the fence, you'll be able to see behind me there is, right there is the accessory dwelling unit / garage. So that's one of the other things that's kind of cool about older homes in this particular neighborhood and other parts of Bellingham, is they have either accessory dwelling units or additional rentals that are grandfathered in because they've been there for so long, because it is difficult to get accessory dwelling unit permits if there isn't already one on the property. It's almost impossible. And I'd be more than happy to explain that a little bit more. If you want to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, I can explain how that works. But as always, we're going to take a quick drive to the next property and I'll show you some more of the Sunnyland neighborhood. We are right on the eastern edge of the Sunnyland neighborhood, and you can hear a lot of background noise. That is going to be the one downside about this particular property that recently sold. As you can see right behind me here is a berm, and on the other side of that would be I-5, Interstate 5. So this particular property is probably going to be more for someone who is looking at primarily for investment purposes, whether they're going to live in it and rent the lower level out, which does have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, kitchenette, ADU on the lower level, which has its own separate entrance, which is really nice because, again, as I've mentioned, you can bring in some extra money. Just to give you a general idea, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath ADU in Bellingham is going to bring you somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 a month. So that's a big chunk of money going towards a mortgage payment. The house itself sold for $675,000. The main level of the house, or actually the main floor, and the second level is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. The total square footage of the property, including that ADU, is 2,353. One cool thing about this property is that it has tons of original woodworking. So we're talking built in 1922, beautiful wainscoting, wonderful staircase and banisters, wonderful doors, absolute true craftsman style doors with the straight lines, as well as a lot of great window wrappings, hardwood floors, and some of the original fixtures and hinges on the doors as well. So it's a beautiful property inside. A lot of it has been updated and remodeled, especially on the second level with the bedrooms. And you can see behind me here is the actual property itself. And as we walk along here, like I said, you can see this way, you got the freeway up there, which again is unfortunate in this particular area, but it gets you a lot of house. And there you can see is the entrance to the ADU at the lower level, the sliding door. And as I walk up here a little bit further, you can see some of the houses in the neighborhood. This is definitely going to be one of the bigger and nicer houses on this particular street. So you're pretty much buying the most expensive house on the street, which I know isn't always the best, but you get basically 6 bedrooms. So you're going to be able to either live in part of it and rent it out, or have a lot of bedrooms that you can rent out. You could probably get close to $3,500 a month total on this particular property if you rented it out. So, and as always, we're going to take a quick drive on the way out of this particular part of the Sunnyland neighborhood so you can see what it looks like. Hope you've enjoyed this quick tour of some of the houses in Sunnyland. I want to thank you for sticking around to the end of this video, and if you liked it, be sure to subscribe below and tap the bell icon for notifications so you can be notified when new videos come out. And how about you? Have you ever lived in the Sunnyland neighborhood? If you have, be sure to comment below and tell us what you liked or didn't like about living in the area. And lastly, since 2004, we've been helping people just like you make a smooth move to the Bellingham, Washington area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to the Bellingham, Washington area. And until next time, hope to see you around town.